I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. And one thing I want to stress to you guys is that I wish I had learned when I was younger too. It just came back to me this morning. But don't ever let anybody have control over your life. And what I mean by let them have control over your life, I mean don't ever let them get so much power over you that you stop being you. You freeze up when they come around, or you stop speaking your mind, or you let them have so much control over your life that you lose your personality, you lose your desire for life, you lose who you are because you're so worried about what they're doing or what they have going on, because I've been through that period in my life. And now that I found spirituality, I will always remember that I'm in control, and I will never let that happen again. I will never let anybody or any situation, whether it be a love situation, a life environment situation, or any situation, have that much control over my body, mind, spirit, or soul again. And I want to tell you guys, don't ever let anybody have that much power over you, because if you do, you can't blame them. You can only blame yourself because you chose to step back and let what that person said, or let what that person did, or let what that environment did to you control you to the point where you didn't want to do anything. You can't blame them, or you can't blame anybody for what you step back and let somebody else have control over you and do. And that's what I didn't understand when I first entered the journey. I had so much inner anger in me, and I was so much blaming the world that I didn't want to look inside and accept that it was my fault that the things that were happening, because I was sitting back letting them happen because I was trying to be the good guy. I was trying to be the nice guy. I was trying to be the guy that everybody would get along with, and that caused me to be in a lot of tough situations that I shouldn't have been in. But I had to step up and take control of my life and let go of the past. And I had to let go of certain people that wasn't good for me. And you have to step up and take control and let go of the things that you want to let go of. Let go of the things that you know are not good. And you can't let anybody else control you, because if you do, you can't blame them. You can only blame yourself if you let them have that much power over you. And that's all I'm saying. Never let a situation have so much power over you that it causes you to lock down. That was one of the biggest mistakes I made in love and just in life in general. Don't ever let anybody have control over you. Don't ever let anything have control over you. Like, you can't blame anybody for what you let happen. And that's the biggest thing I want to tell you guys that I understand through the spiritual journey that came back to me this morning, that I didn't understand when I first started the journey. Don't let anything get you to the point where you don't feel like you have control over your life, or you don't feel like you have control over yourself. You're not weak minded. And I remind myself of that every day. You have the power. You have the control. They can only beat you when you let them. When you let those negative thoughts in, when you let that negative environment in, when you let those negative energies in. But if you fight for it and you remain in control and you remain in power, you can be successful. And I know because I test energy. Don't ever let those negative environments in. Don't ever let those negative choices in. Fight it and remember who you are. Don't let that negativity beat you. It can only beat you if you let it. Remember that, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion, though, from my personal spiritual experience. Night.